Hey guys, it's Joe from Mattress Clarity. Today I'm going to be doing another review. We have the GhostBed Mattress. I'm going to be running this mattress through a number of tests, me telling you what I like about the mattress, what I don't like about the mattress. Towards the end of the video, I'm even going to share my thoughts on how it compares to one of the leading competitors in this space. Which one? Stay tuned to find out. All right, we'll give a quick overview here, but before we do that, if you have any specific questions you'd like me to answer or you want me to give you a personal recommendation, all you have to do is leave a comment below. So I've reviewed the GhostBed before, but it's been a few years. A lot of mattresses have come out since then that compete with it. I've slept on a lot of mattresses since then, so I was excited to jump back in and see how it compared with those mattresses. Let's go over the construction of the GhostBed mattress, starting with the cover. We have a nice, soft, thin cover. It's not going to really interfere with the feeling of the mattress overall because it's pretty thin. Has a pretty cool texture to it. It should be pretty durable. I definitely like it overall. Onto the mattress now, we have 11 inches in total. We have 7.5 inches of a base layer. It's poly foam. It's a little bit higher density than other foam mattresses in this price range. Then we have 2 inches of gel memory foam. You can see that it has slow reaction time. Definitely takes a few seconds to return to form. Then we have 1.5 inches of latex on top there. It's a pretty soft material. It's pretty springy. It also has these pin core holes on top. So this mattress overall should not sleep hot because you have air holes there where air can flow through. This is an open-celled latex foam. Then you have gel memory foam, which actually feels cool to the touch because of the gel. I'll show you how the layers all react with each other. So you have a springier top layer here, a much slower reacting memory foam layer there. So really the feel is kind of a balanced feel overall where you have some of the properties of latex and memory foam combined. You won't feel like you get stuck, but you should have pretty good pressure relief from the memory foam. I would stay tuned later. We're going to show a pressure map test that shows exactly how well this relieves pressure. But that's kind of the feeling overall. It's a nice balanced foam feel, pretty good quality components, and that's the construction overall. Let's talk about firmness and feel. As far as firmness is concerned, I'm going to put this mattress at about a 7.5 out of 10, with 10 being the firmest. I think this is definitely firmer than average. If I try to push my hand into this mattress, I can't push down too far. And most people that I've talked to agree that's around the 7, 7.5, 8 range, so it's definitely firmer than average. As far as the feel is concerned, it has a nice sort of balanced foam feel where you can move around pretty easily. Has pretty decent pressure relief from the memory foam that's underneath it, but it's not really a memory foam feel. It has some bounce, which I'll show you. This lacrosse ball, see there's some bounce to it, but not a lot. So you have that memory foam layer underneath that. That's probably why it doesn't have a ton of bounce, but it does have latex on top. So overall, it's a nice balanced foam feel. All right, I'm gonna talk through how I feel in different sleeping positions. I'm gonna start on my back. First thing I notice is that it just feels overall very supportive. It allows my hips to sink in a little bit, but I feel the foam kind of reaching into the lumbar area and supporting my back very well. It feels like it's the right firmness for back sleeping, and I think really anyone of any weight range will probably find this to be a good fit if you sleep on your back. I'm gonna switch onto my side now. I feel that there's some pressure on my shoulders. I think most people would probably agree. I think it's just it's firmer than average. That's probably the main reason why. So for me, it wasn't the best fit on the side compared to my stomach and back. So that's just something to note. I'm gonna switch onto my stomach. I feel it's a really great match for me on my stomach. It doesn't allow my hips to sink in too much. I feel like I'm in really good alignment, have the proper support that I need. And again, I think people of really any weight range will find this to be a good match for them as well. I want to give you a visual representation of where you might feel pressure on this mattress. So I've got a pressure map here. I'm going to lie down on my back, side, and stomach, and you're going to see anywhere from blue, no pressure, all the way up to red to high pressure. So let's get started.
Hey guys, Martin here to offer a different perspective. Joe is 5'9", 160. I am 6'7", 230. Definitely a different body type, and you should think about that when you look at a mattress. Looking at the GhostBed here, Joe said it was a 7.5. I felt it was firmer at an 8.5. If you look at both of our pressure maps, we both saw some pressure on our hips and our shoulders. For me, it was a little bit too much. So on my side, definitely a little bit too much firmness as a side sleeper. However, on my back and my stomach, I did feel overall support. So if you're my size and a back or stomach sleeper, the GhostBed could be a good choice for you.
We get a lot of questions from people who sleep with a partner, and they're worried if their partner kind of moves around in bed, are they going to feel that motion transfer to them? So you might want to consider something called motion isolation. So I've got, to test this, we have a glass here. I'm going to roll around a little bit near the glass. Now I'm going to create a disturbance around here. You can see that there's latex on top, so the glass is moving a little bit. That's an objective test. I also had Martin jump onto the bed, kind of roll around, get in and out of bed, create as much of a disturbance as possible. And I did feel a little bit of that motion kind of pass over. So if you want something where it's completely still, you might want to look towards something that's just like a pure memory foam bed. But overall, it's not too bad. If you sleep with a partner or you like sleeping towards the edge of the bed, you may want to consider something we call edge support. So we have an all foam mattress here. It's 11 inches. And this is actually probably better than any of the other all foam mattresses I've tried. So it's pretty firm, and I think that's the reason why. So I can kind of tie my shoes pretty easily. Let me lie down towards the edge of the bed. I don't feel at all like I'm going to be ejected from the bed. So there's no like specific edge support system in this mattress, but just because of the firmness overall, I think it's pretty good. Let's talk about some of the pros of this mattress, or who I think this may be a good fit for. I think really anyone of any weight who sleeps just on their stomach or on their back, this is going to be a very supportive mattress. It's the right firmness, and I think it's just going to be a good match for that type of sleeper. Overall, I think this is one of the very best values as well, if you consider the materials of the mattress, the durability, and what you get for the price. It's just a very good value overall. And then lastly, this does a very good job of addressing the issue of sleeping hot. So if you're really worried about that, you maybe have slept hot with previous mattresses, this is definitely going to be a good fit for you on that front. Let's talk about some of the cons of the GhostBed mattress, or who I think this mattress may not be the best fit for. I think most side sleepers, I think it's a little bit firmer than average. I felt some pressure on my shoulder, so I think really people of any weight range would probably think that this is maybe a little bit too firm for side sleeping. Great for stomach or back sleeping, but on the contrary, potentially not as good for side sleeping. Also, if you're looking for a memory foam mattress, there is memory foam in this, but because it's in that second layer, you don't really get that memory foam feel at all when you're sleeping on it. So if you're really looking to sink into your mattress, like a true memory foam feel, that's just something you know, that's not exactly what you get with this mattress. So we get a lot of questions asking how GhostBed compares to Leesa, which is one of its main competitors. So the GhostBed is 11 inches thick. The comfort part of the mattress is 3.5 inches thick, and it's about a 7.5 out of 10 firmness. Leesa is a little bit softer, in my opinion. It's 10 inches thick, and the comfort part is 4 inches thick. There's definitely price differences as well, which you can see on their websites. The GhostBed is a little bit cheaper than the Leesa. But I think what it really comes down to is there are firmness differences between the two. I do believe that the GhostBed is firmer than Leesa. Potentially that could mean that it's more appropriate for stomach back sleeping. Leesa potentially could be more appropriate for side sleeping. But the materials are a little bit different. The thickness is a little bit different. Overall, the feel is pretty similar, but I think it comes down to whether you want a slightly firmer mattress or a slightly softer mattress. And again, I feel that the GhostBed is just a little bit firmer and the Leesa is just a little bit softer. Wanted to give you some additional information about the GhostBed mattress. You get free shipping and returns. You have a 20-year warranty, a 101-night sleep trial. There's financing available, so if you're cash strapped and you don't want to pay in one lump sum, you can actually make small monthly payments. And they have a luxury mattress as well, if you have the budget for it, and they have accessories available too. All right, to wrap up, I think there's a lot to like about the GhostBed mattress. I think it's one of the very best values out there in that you get a lot of very good materials for a very affordable price, especially compared to a lot of its competitors. I think given the firmness, it's very good for stomach and back sleeping. I would caution you, I think most side sleepers might feel a little bit of pressure on your shoulders if you sleep on your side. So that's just something to note, but overall, definitely a very high quality, great value from this mattress. So that's basically it. If you're just getting started with your research, I'd encourage you to check out mattressclarity.com. If you want to see a full list of our reviews, just simply Google Mattress Clarity Plus reviews and it'll be the first result. And definitely let me know if you have any questions.